true scary stories in 60 seconds or less. This story comes from a Reddit user about the night that changed her life forever. In a rare occurrence, this girl's whole family was going out for the night. Her mother was going out, her sister wasn't coming home, she had the entire house to herself. So she just decided to curl up in her bedroom, have a cozy night in, and watch a Netflix series. But not even 30 minutes in, she suddenly heard noises coming from downstairs in her kitchen. The faint sound of an unknown man laughing to himself from downstairs. She was paralyzed with fear because she remembered she left her cell phone on the downstairs counter, but she also knew if she emailed 911, eventually somebody would come. She waited for 7 agonizing minutes until police eventually come, and there is an eruption of screams and wrestling from the kitchen. When they found her and brought her downstairs, she was told to close her eyes, as she later learned in horror that the man who had been in her kitchen had her mother spread out on the floor in pieces.
What if I told you that Moana, during the thunderstorm of the second time she tries to cross the reef, she dies during the thunderstorm. Her body is sent over to the island where Maui is, and during the entire journey before she restores the heart of Te Fiti, she's dead. Here's the evidence I have. First of all, to be able to contact spirits and dead people and see demigods and other creatures, you either need to be dead or be magic yourself, and Moana is not magic. Before the second time she goes off to the reef, she hurts her foot in the water. After she goes on the island and during the entire journey, nothing hurts her. Nothing whatsoever. She can fight a dinosaur and she wouldn't be hurt. That's because she's dead. She doesn't see any human on the entire journey or interacts with anything that's human on the entire journey that she's there. And she interacts with her grandma. To interact with your grandma who is dead, you need to be in an alternative universe where you are dead or you purposely made a journey to go there. Then, when she restores the heart of Te Fiti, Te Fiti is very thankful and happy that she does that, so she returns her body, her soul to her body. And that's what allows her to go home. After she goes home, she does not interact with any weird creatures or sees her grandma. And the people on the boats with her after she restores the heart don't look at Maui like he's a demigod. They look at him like he's an eagle. Next time you're watching Moana, after she's done with a thunderstorm, think about this theory and tell me it doesn't make sense.
Scary things caught on camera. 2 girls are eating dinner while her mother happily watches. Everything seems to be going well when one of the girls notices something in the other room and lets out a scared wail.
What?
No one else sees anything, so they continue eating. Her sister tries to calm her down, but she sees something again and starts to cry out of fear. She then stands up, not being able to be near whatever it is that she sees, and runs to her mom for protection. Her sister is laughing hysterically at all this, but then she turns around and sees it for herself.
Look at me. What's the matter?
Check out my page to find out what happens next.
This is why you should always keep your phone charged. A girl named Marissa came home from school at around 3 p.m. She walked in the door and told her mom that some random number kept calling her all day. Her mom told her the person may have the wrong number and just to ignore it. Marissa said okay and begins to do her homework. A couple hours later, she receives a phone call from the same number. Marissa answers at this time and says, "Hello?" The man then says, "We finally found you. Don't worry, bunny." Marissa begins to panic and tells her mom what just happened. Her mom's face goes blank and says, "What did the man just call you?" Marissa says, "He called me bunny." Her mom yells and says, "Grab your stuff, we need to leave." Marissa, confused, packs her things and gets into the red car. Her mom begins driving fast and turns on the radio. The radio says, "The baby named Marissa who was kidnapped in the hospital 10 years ago has been found and police are searching for a red car." Marissa looks at the woman and says, "Who are you?" The woman looks back.
My name is Caitlin. This incident happened when I was 14 years old, and I will never forget this memory. One day, I was at home alone at my house. My mom was still at the office late at night, and my 2 siblings were at my grandparents' house, which was kind of far away from my home. At first, I was just enjoying my time alone, watching Netflix and doing some fun stuff. However, after a while, I got pretty bored, so I decided to invite some of my friends over. I asked my mom for permission and then called my friends to invite them over. A few moments later, While I was waiting for them, I heard a loud bang upstairs. I was sure that there was no one else upstairs. So I stood up and looked up the stairs with an anxious look on my face. When I was near the stairs, I could see that one of my dolls had fallen. I picked it up, and when I straightened my back, something caught my attention. A little girl was standing upstairs. Well, I could feel that she was staring at me, even though I couldn't see her face clearly due to the darkness. I was terrified, and then someone rang the doorbell. I ran to see who it was, and luckily, my friends had arrived. Thank God, it was a moment of relief that my friends came over at the right time. Soon I got my mind off of the girl I saw. We sat down in the living room and had fun talking with each other. An hour later, one of my friends suggested that we should take some pictures together, so we gathered around one another. We took several selfies while laughing and chatting. Later, as we scrolled through the pictures, we found something.